CPS jurisdiction hearing explained. What is a CPS jurisdiction hearing? A jurisdiction hearing essentially is a hearing where the court decides whether or not the allegations are true and whether or not the department, aka the social services, has enough evidence to support that particular allegation. Now, the burden of proof that they must meet is preponderance of the evidence, essentially 50% plus a feather. And they typically have to have competent evidence, reliable evidence, as well as evidence that is going to be admissible. Unfortunately, oftentimes, the information that they typically rely on is going to be the detention report, if you don't say anything in the JD report. Now, once the court, or if the court decides that the allegations are true, then essentially the court is going to have jurisdiction over the case, and now the judge can dictate where the case goes and could make orders and etc. But can anything be done at a jurisdiction hearing? Yes, it can. You can set it for a contest to say that there is not enough evidence to support the allegation. In fact, oftentimes social workers will put in allegations, but there's a lacking of evidence of parental conduct to the nexus of the harm, meaning there's a disconnect. That's going to be questionable. You can't just state an allegation and say that a person has substance abuse, and because the person has substance abuse, that person's child is at risk of harm, and in this particular situation. No, you can't do that. There has to be some sort of parental conduct and or neglect that has taken place that causally that connection, that nexus that caused a particular harm towards the child. This is thing that must be looked at. We look at each allegations and we see if there's enough support. If there isn't, then we contest it and we argue it. We call witnesses and we essentially do a whole trial on it. If you want to fight your allegations, contact us at Child to Love so we can evaluate your case and see what arguments can be made and whether or not they have enough to support their claim.